So it may not be traditional, but this beef cheek burger is covered with bark. It is extremely juicy and it is super tender. Now I say it's not traditional because I'm not going to be grinding up this meat and making patties and making a burger that way. I'm gonna be smoking these beef cheeks low and slow, and I'm gonna make sure that they get super tender, that you can just bite right through it like a burger. So if you've never seen beef cheeks, they usually do not look like this. These are fully trimmed beef cheeks. I got these from Porter Road. If you are interested in these, I will put a link down below. I love Porter Road. All their meat is absolutely delicious. Their customer service is fantastic. I love using them. They also have a ton of offcuts that you will not find anywhere, something like a beef cheek. If you've never cooked beef cheek, you can see here all this intermuscular marbling is actually a bunch of connective tissue, and it takes a long time to render these down. But once they are cooked, they are some of the best meat you will ever have.
So here are the beef cheeks. You can get a little close-up look of all that connective tissue in there. That all needs to be completely broken down, so this is going to need a nice long cook. So first we're going to want to get these seasoned, and today we're going to be using a salt and pepper mix. 2 parts black pepper to 1 part kosher salt. And you're going to want a generous amount of this seasoning on here. Coat both sides very well and check that out. That's what we are looking for, just like that. So these are all set. Let's get them out and on the smoker. All right, so let's get these beef cheeks right on that top rack. Got my handful of beef cheeks here. Just gonna throw these right on the top rack, spread them out a little bit. Now I don't want to lose this heat, so let's get these in, get this closed up so they can smoke.
I'm gonna try my best to maintain this pit at around 250 degrees. I want a real nice low and slow cook for these beef cheeks. So all I'm really looking to do on these beef cheeks is to get some really good smoke flavor. But more importantly, I want to get amazing bark on these. So I'm just gonna let these cook at 250 degrees for about 3 hours. Then we'll go out and check them. I'm not really looking for a temperature. I'm just looking for that bark. So let's jump ahead a few hours, go out, see how these beef cheeks are coming along.
All right, we are 3 hours in on these beef cheeks. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, so that is what I'm looking for right there. You can see the beautiful bark we have formed on these beef cheeks. But let's go ahead, check them for a temperature just to see where we're at. So it feels pretty tender, but not nearly as tender as I want these to be. So for internal temperature, we're at about 163 degrees. So we're not going by temperature on these, that's just a ballpark. And in case you guys were wondering what temp they're actually at, you really want to go by look, and this is what you want for bark on here. So I'm gonna go ahead, pull these off, and we'll get them ready for the next step of the cook.
All right, so when I normally do beef cheeks at this stage, what I will do is take them and I will put them in a tray full of beef tallow. I'll make sure that each piece is completely submerged. I'll put that back on my smoker, but I'll leave my smoker at around 180 to 200 degrees, and I let them sit in there and cook for about 6 hours or so until they get extremely tender. Now, if I didn't mention, after about an hour and a half, I went out there and I was spritzing these every 30 minutes or so until I pulled them off at the 3 hour mark. Now today, I'm gonna be doing something a little bit different. I'm gonna take the beef cheek, I'm gonna put it in a vacuum sealed bag. I'm going to add a nice dollop of Wagyu beef tallow in the bag. And I got a sous vide set up at 180 degrees. I'm gonna take all the bags, throw them in that sous vide. So the beef cheeks are in the sous vide. Now my plan is to let them sit in there for 24 hours at 180 degrees. What this is gonna do is allow these things to get ridiculously tender. Just wait until you see when I pull them out. But for you guys, you're not gonna have to wait that long. Let's jump ahead 24 hours and get these out of the sous vide. So it is the next day and these beef cheeks are almost finished. This is gonna give us a perfect amount of time to get our toppings and quick, simple sauce made up. So for the toppings, you're gonna wanna get a red onion, slice that up. Then you wanna get a cucumber, cut that into ribbons, then get a carrot, do the same thing, cut that up into ribbons. Now if you wanna know how to make these nice ribbons from the cucumber and carrot, all you have to do is get a vegetable peeler, just keep peeling the cucumber, and then you'll start getting these nice ribbons. Then you can do the same exact thing with the carrot. Now get a pot over medium-high heat, add 1 cup of water, 1 cup of vinegar, 1/3 cup of sugar, a teaspoon of salt, and some black whole peppercorns. And just let this liquid simmer. All you want it to do is really just start steaming a little bit and it is ready. Now I like to separate the red onion and the carrots and the cucumbers into 2 different containers. Then go ahead and add that warm vinegar mixture into each container. Give it a quick mix, get the covers on, put them in the fridge to cool off. Now for our sauce, we're going to go in with a couple tablespoons of ketchup, about a tablespoon of mayonnaise, a splash of apple cider vinegar, and a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. Finally, just go in with about a tablespoon of relish, then get it mixed all up, and it is finished. All right, so our toppings and sauce are all set, and just in time, because these beef cheeks are done. So let's get these out of the bag and see how they came out. These smell absolutely amazing, and they feel like Jell-O. These things are so tender. This is gonna be good. Just check this beef cheek out. That is beautiful right there. It's just super tender, if you could feel it. This is going to be so good. But we got everything ready, so let's make this burger. All right, so I got a nice toasted bun here, beautiful seated top. So let's get this burger assembled. Which one should I use for the burger? I think I'm gonna go with this one. I'm gonna get this to the side. And now I just wanna show you this so you can see how tender it is. Just check that out, see how it falls apart? Let's do the squeeze test. Oh my, tender. Look at that. This is what that sous vide does. This is basically just meat Jell-O right here. This stuff smells so good. That's how tender this stuff is. This burger is gonna be amazing. So let's get it assembled so I can give it a try. I'll try this, huh? Oh my God, so savory. If you've never had beef cheek before, it is a completely different experience. It is almost gelatinous in texture. Let's get to work. Bottom bun, some of that sauce we made. Make sure to get enough on there, don't skimp on the sauce. The vinegar in there is gonna really go well with this fatty beef cheek. The star of the show, the beef cheek itself. Oh my God, look at that. Does that not look good already? And on top of that, we're gonna put some of our pickled carrots and cucumbers. This is gonna be so good. Again, the acidity in this is gonna cut through all the fat of that beef cheek. It just looks nice, huh? And we'll top that with some of our pickled red onions. That is that, and we'll just get our top on there. Look at that beauty right there. Is that not a gorgeous burger or what? I'm gonna slice this up and then I'm gonna give it a try. This thing looks fantastic. I'm dying to give it a try. But first, I wanna see if I can slice this thing in half without totally ruining it. It's gonna be tough because that beef cheek is so tender, but let's give it a shot. Here goes nothing. Just gotta be aggressive with it. Oh, not bad at all. All right, check this out. That is a beautiful beef cheek burger right there. Look at how nice and juicy that is. This is gonna be good. I gotta give it a try. All right, here we go. Hands down, that is the best burger I have ever had. The flavor is so good. It does taste like a burger just because it is so tender. It's basically ground meat anyway. The acidity of those pickled vegetables along with that nice creamy sauce is fantastic with this beef cheek. This is one of the best things I have ever tried. That is amazing, guys. I would highly suggest getting some beef cheeks for yourself and giving this a try. If you have a sous vide, I highly suggest using that. These things still have a fantastic smoke flavor, but you saw how tender it is. That's what you get with the sous vide. If you do the method I usually do with the tallow, it will be close to as tender as this, but the only difference is you need to use a lot of beef tallow to do that method. But I'm super happy with the results of this, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to give it a like. As usual, I'm gonna put everything I use in my videos down in the description below. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe right over here. And if you wanna see another one of my barbecue videos, you can check this one out right here. But most importantly, guys, get out there and smoke something good. Amazing.